So if you've read my blog for a while, you may remember that I've reviewed a number of Galen leather notebooks in the past. And I'm a big fan of Galen's paper products. Today I've got two to show you, and they are the A5 blank Cosmo Airlight 75 gram, 288 pages, retailing at £19. And this one, B5 size, 52 gram Tomoe River, 400 pages for £30. As you can see, they both have the sort of textured card cover, which is quite flexible, just enough rigidity to use to write on, but also easy to shove into a bag or grip and carry, fold the pages back however you want. Both of these notebooks have my favourite party trick of all, which is that whatever page you open them to, they genuinely lay flat. This is marvellous. Lots of notebooks claim lay flat. This one actually delivers, and the binding is not rigid enough, tough enough to last through a lot of use. I've worn through several of these books, and the covers and the bindings and the pages all end up lasting really well, even when you have got to the very last page. Feature-wise, they're pretty plain. There is a piece of coloured inner cover, and then blank pages, rounded corners. There's no page numbers, there's no back pocket, there's no bookmarks, but that keeps the price really rather good. £30 for this notebook is good value, especially when you take into account the fact that there are very few sources of B5 Tomoe River notebooks. In fact, the only one I could think of is Good Ink Impressions from Spain, and they don't do a notebook that's this thick. I'm a real fan of the B5 paper size. If you guys haven't tried it, it gives you a decent amount more real estate than A5, enough that your sketches, notes, drafts, models, whatever you're writing, feel a lot less cramped. You can really, when you turn to B5, you can get that conceptual stuff out, and it works really well. Both of these notebooks, as you saw at the start, come with a leather blotter, which works okay. One side is very waterproof, so it doesn't actually work as a blotter at all, but it really fits in with Galen's brand image. You also get 10mm and 7mm lined guide sheet, 10mm and 7mm graph, 5mm graph sheets, which really work on these thinner paper stocks. The A5 version I've got here, you'll have to take my word for this because I haven't written this particular example yet, is Cosmo Airlight, which is 75 grams, so it's thicker even than the 68 gram Tomoe, and probably my second favourite paper stock after Tomoe, all versions of Tomoe. It shows inks really well, doesn't bleed, doesn't feather, and yet it's still light, and it's got that not quite rhodia gloss and not quite traditional paper tooth. It's that sweet spot where you can still feel the nib, but it's not rough. So that's wonderful. I love this paper stock. If you haven't tried it, give it a go. Both of these notebooks, I should also call out, come in some really nice packaging. They're wrapped in cellophane, so you don't have to worry about humidity or any of that stuff. And these card boxes are magnetically closed. They've got a little ribbon to open them. They're well branded inside and out, and they provide a perfect store to keep your unused notebooks from any damage to the corners or any of that stuff. I just think they're really nicely done. They make you feel like you're buying a premium product with more than just a belly band or something on them. You feel special when you buy one of these books, despite them being called the everyday book. So for £19 for the small A5, for £30 for the Tomoe B5, I think these are great value for money. So thanks a lot.